My name's Kieran. I study the undergraduate BA Honours Social Work course at RGU. We do 3 placements. First year we don't have a placement, but a lot of that's just training in class, preparing yourself ready for placement in terms of basically learning about the basic social work theories, additionally sociology, psychology, and we have a lot of work with, I suppose, service users and people who are practitioners in the social work field coming in and giving us their experiences. Second year we have a readiness for practice training, which is I suppose a week-long event of getting you ready. You have a mock interview at the end. So basically after readiness for practice training we are given our placements. Mine's first placement was based at Richmond Hill House. It was a children and families assessment unit, particularly for young babies between I think the oldest we had there was age 3. Staff there were fantastic. The support I was given from them, they really taught me a lot and really put me in good stead for coming back for my other placement essays and stuff like that. Second placement, I did something a bit special. What RGU offers here is an Erasmus course, which basically is you get a choice of going on a placement abroad, which I thought I'd jump at because it was something unique, something that would stand out, and I'd be able to see social work in a different context in a different country and see how it's done. So for my placement I was fortunately selected to go to Nuremberg, and I got to work with return counselling for refugees. So it was basically people who had come to Germany and so as refugees, however, for whatever reason they had to return home, be it by choice or be it by, I suppose, additional forces, be it the government of saying that they were no longer allowed to stay in the country, which was difficult at times, but it was about supporting them, providing them the right support when they get back home. But it was a really interesting setting. Additionally got to meet loads of different students across there, which I keep in contact to this day. And for my 4th placement, this was the final placement. So the final placement is kind of where they expect you to put all you've learned through the whole entire years into practice. And I was based at the Adult Duty Social Work team at Marshall College. Essentially it was a drop-in service we would have for anybody who would like to speak to a social worker. A highlight of my course was being able to go to Erasmus placement. That was probably the best experience. It was alright being in class, but being able to go abroad to a foreign setting, which was initially daunting, but it wasn't just the placement that I enjoyed, it was also meeting, because part of going to Germany, we had to do a language course, and that way I was able to meet a lot of students, a lot of stuff, so we got to do a lot of events with them, got to go travelling with them, went to Austria with some, went to Switzerland, we went through the Alps, which was a really good experience, and Oktoberfest as well, that was a good fun, wearing the lederhosen. And that was probably one of my favourite experiences, as well as doing an interesting placement where I got to learn a lot, got to see a lot, and hopefully bring back some skills for when I go back to working in social work in Scotland. After I graduate, I'm not entirely too sure, but I think working in the social work field, unsure where is it quite open and flexible. Right now I'm trying to keep an open mind.